not much. That's what I'm gonna do. What are you doing?
Separating egg whites and yolks. Because the Blackstone is cold, it's 7 degrees Celsius outside right now. I'm getting these cooling down here before I move them to the freezer because I don't want to put something screaming hot in the freezer. Shop here in person this weekend, and I'm making goodie bags. So I'm putting some freeze-dried culture, and I'm doing a little jar of rennet, calcium chloride, cheesecloth, and my feta recipe. So let's assemble some goodie bags, friends.
Yeah, well, Brett is not moving her cage quite yet.
Okay.
When are we going to do a tracking report?
Not till I'm done more here. Making goodie bags.
Goodie bags.
Little jars left over from a craft. Dad is going to be like renovating and changing that whole thing around. I make them all the time for you.
We ask you on when to use those. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Flavors next to it. Okay, that's my favorite one.
if you need pumpkins, we definitely planted entirely too many pumpkins this year. Okay, so last week I told you I was going to plant brassica seeds and I never got around to it, and here we are next week and we're just looking at doing it now. But now the seeds are all organized, so we can do this better. And we're going to try and do it without the small children knowing, because their help is not always actually help, and I don't feel like help right now. Okay, so we're going to take some popsicle sticks. Now, I like to do this as little rows, not one big row. As funny as that sounds. I like to kind of just draw a line that way and then make myself little sections. I just like the block look of it. I think it's cute once everything's coming up. Let's start with some brassicas here. So my crew asked for less red cabbage, more green cabbage. They like green cabbage kraut more. So I do some row of each green. We're gonna do a row of half and half. So I'm gonna plant these pretty close together, and then once they come up, I would just literally like take them out and then move them to spread them out. I just find they work really well in doing them out here. I don't have very much cauliflower. I have a purple one and a orange one. And then we decided that we do not eat as much broccoli as we start, so less broccoli. So we're gonna get those going, and then I still have 2 more little rows. This is a nursery bed. This is not how they're gonna all grow out. They're gonna get moved and spread out, but I find for little seedlings, it works best to do nursery bed style and then transplant them out. I feel like I potentially should have got the ground wetter before planting, but here we are flying by the seat of our pants. It did rain yesterday. Definitely, like, make sure you do take your time to space these. I plant them like a fat inch apart. You know, each of these seeds can be an entire cabbage for your family. So don't just go willy-nilly and end up needing to thin a bunch out without anywhere to put them. This is storage number 4. It's a great green cabbage. This is Promise 1 green cabbage. I bought these last year. Johnny's Seeds has really good germination for many years. So I bought like a few years worth of cabbage seeds, knowing that I would still have really good germination. And then when you buy a bigger pack from a seed house, it's always so much cheaper. I always try to buy bulk seeds wherever possible, as long as you're going to use them, right? Don't buy things you're not going to use. Marius asked me to do a tray of cabbages inside as well, just to make sure we're covering our bases and still having some started inside in case it froze out here. Okay, so I've got my nursery bed of brassicas set up. I ended up doing a row each of broccoli, and then I just did a little row of calendula there because I was just like, what could I throw in there? So now we're gonna flatten out, oh, there's an old cabbage leaf. Flatten out this next section to plant lettuce. Look at that soil under there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. The men folk are also back at the cow pen. They had to take a pause. They were away for a few days for a course, and now they are back to scraping out manure. This will be probably for next year's garden. We just make a big pile in the middle. They're in here pitching out where the tractor can't go, and then the tractor will scrape from there. Couldn't find a watering can, but I got myself a bucket of water. Let's see if we can't find amongst all the crazy of their sandbox something to water with. Winner, winner! We do have hoses, but I just didn't feel like dragging hoses all the way out here for a little bit of watering. Okay, I'm not quite sure if the ice cream sandwiches are quite ready to cut. Also, I broke a piece there, but that's fine. I also realized I should have made ice cream with some gelatin in it, like I do for ice cream cake, because it helps the ice cream not melt so fast. Helps it hold shape, but we'll see. It makes it so you can let it sit out and soften a bit, and it doesn't melt.
Cool. Cool. Can I have one?
Mm-hmm.
We can have one. That's weird.
How do you think gelatin's made?
I think they're big pieces.
Well, then I'm going to cut them smaller. Well, that's pretty fun. The recipe did say if you want them to be like dark, like the black, you need to use black cocoa, but I don't have black cocoa. So that's fine. We're fine with that. Okay, pretty fun. Should we see how they taste?
Not mine, because you took a bite of it.
You didn't get one yet?
Can make them longer. That's already created
They could be thinner, but
Yeah, it was hard to spread it thin.
Can I do it on this cup?
Yeah, and that edge piece is, once you get to the middle, that's more even, but the edge pieces are definitely the most wonky in thickness. I think it needs to freeze more before I can cut any more of it. We're out for a bit of a walk before chore time. Oh, hi doggos. We have a bit of grass, not much yet. Soon, it's gonna explode. Oh, we were saying hi to the cows. This is their favorite place to hang out. They bed down in this line of trees. So we have Mabel, who we're milking. We have Raspberry. We got our milk protein testing back. So Raspberry is A2 beta-casein, kappa-casein, and beta-lactogen BB. We are keeping her for now. She's bred. Mabel is bred. Buttercup is a 1A2. She is Jersey milking shorthorn, and we have to sell her because the little boys are too sensitive to not A2 milk. We just can't have milk cows that aren't A2. We also found out our Dexter bull, Kurt, is a 1A2. So we probably won't be using him for another breeding. And then we already knew that Jessa was A2. Jessa is still shedding hard. I did not forget Wellen, don't worry. And Buttercup is Jessa's 18-month-old heifer. Raspberry is Mabel's 18-month-old heifer. I was almost hoping that nobody would be A2 so that I could just be like, well, I guess we don't keep any and we just have the cows we have. But if anybody was going to be A2, I was really hoping that it was going to be Raspberry. I love Raspberry. Anyhow, so I'm probably going back to AIing. So if you have any bull suggestions for me that I can get in Canada, we mostly, WestGen and Alta are the two semen companies that come up here to our neck of the woods. I want a 2A2, of course. Preferably sexed, although I think I'm buying one sexed and one not. I'll buy 2 different bulls. I don't want Jersey or Holstein. I want like Milky Shorthorn. I can't get A2A2. So like Guernsey, I'm looking at Nick River Ranch Guernseys, which are in Alaska and they're really hardy. Brown Swiss, Normandy. We'll see. I don't actually have many options. It's probably gonna end up being Guernsey. Most of the videos I do for you, I'm cooking and baking like crazy in them. Today, I made ice cream sandwiches, but other than that, for breakfast, we had yogurt and granola, which I bulk make every couple weeks, and we eat for breakfast most mornings. Lunch was buns and venison dip, and some lasagna, all things that I made previous days. Cookies for snack I made yesterday. And then I have a bag of pork fried rice that I made 6 months ago. And I make extra and I put bags. It's just cooked rice, cooked meat diced up, vegetables. I use like that frozen mixed vegetable mix, so easy. And then a sauce, which is like soy sauce, rice vinegar, bit of honey, onion powder, garlic powder, toasted sesame oil. You just make a big batch. I cook my rice in bone broth as well. And then I took this out this morning and it's thawed, hopefully, mostly. You can fry it in a frying pan, but I'm gonna do it on the Blackstone because that's really easy. And ghee. It is not, in fact, fully thawed. However, it'll thaw fast. We are going to turn the heat down here because this is pretty wet. So a lower heat will kind of just help it gently fry and do its thing. So this actually has snap peas from the garden. And I see broccoli from the garden, plus our eggs, pork. I probably just cooked the pork roast for this and then diced it up. Delicious. We'll eat this with some carrot ginger sauerkraut for some nice probiotics and added flavor. Oh, you've got a nice full belly.